YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Ray. I am the original ordinary guy back again with another video. Fellas, there's some pressure, there's a lot of pressure to have kids after 30. If you are 30 years old, about to be 30, or in your mid to late, early 30s, this video is exactly for you. There has been a lot of pressure on men to have kids when they're in their 30s or approaching 30s. There's been a lot of pressure for men to backtrack even from past mistakes they've made and have kids, if you know what I mean, right? There's been a lot of pressure, and that pressure can come from family. Me personally, it's coming from friends, and it's coming from a bit of my family as well. And I want to let you know, fellas, don't feel pressure, man. Shun it away. If you're not ready, shun it away. Vital. It's vital. It's a life or death situation choosing the right woman to have kids with. You can't just be willy-nilly out here. Rock Marciano, I don't know if y'all know who Rock Marciano is, but he's a rapper from New York, and he had a line in one of my favorite songs by him. It says, I'm lit. I'm way too lit to just be giving dick out. You know what I'm saying? Meaning he's way too lit. He's way too in his prime just to be willy-nilly with his piece. And I feel the same way. And I feel the same way for years, as a matter of fact. I'm too in my prime. I'm too on the cusp of going up in a way to just be giving my seed out to any woman. And a lot of men, I can't speak for all men, but I know some men are on that same trajectory. They're being purposeful and they're being intentional about what they give their seed out, because it's not just a thing where, okay, go have kids. No. Kids are expensive. Kids are very expensive. And I'm not going to be one of those guys that cope and say, oh, well, I don't want kids just because they are expensive. I'm going to be one of them guys that say, hey, I'm aware that they're expensive, and I want to make sure I'm in an appropriate situation in life and with the appropriate woman, the appropriate womb in life. I just don't want to just do it just because it's pressure or because I'm getting older, I'm getting up in age. Not even. So when you are getting pressure from anybody, especially on social media, I know a lot of social media has those memes where if a man is 30 with no kids, that's a red flag. Well, continue to be a red flag. If you're masculine, you're a red flag. So let that settle in. So it should really mean nothing to you. You know, toxic masculinity, all that BS they be pushing, same thing. Same thing here with if you're 30 plus and you don't have kids, red flag, green flag. Real conservative with the seed. Real meaningful with the seed. Really intentional with the seed. And a lot of guys have given up. I'm not going to lie to you, fellas. I have a give up number. Not going to lie. Now, is it set in stone? No. But I do have a give up number. As you know, I'm 33, and my give up number will be about 36, 37. Even though I know I'll be just entering my prime, I know that, the longer I wait, the worse it'll get. I can admit that. Especially with living in the West, I live in America. And living in the West, I know the longer I wait, the worse it can get. But that's not on my part. On the side of where social media is headed, and on the side of where society is headed in the whole, where we're in the toilet bowl. we're getting flushed out as we speak. So don't let that mess you up in the head, fellas. Keep your head straight. Get out of your head when people talk to you about kids and stuff like that. I honestly like seeing my friends with kids. Majority of my friends have kids. About 85% of my friends have kids. That's in North Carolina and in Texas. And in different other states as well. About 85% of my friends have kids. So, I will say I live vicariously through them, but I see how they operate. And don't get me wrong, none of it's perfect. Some of it's good and some of it's bad, None of it's perfect, though. And I'm studying. Believe it or not, I am studying. I'm studying, okay, I'm learning from, okay, don't have the wrong woman. Okay, don't be in the wrong situation. Okay, don't be broke. Okay, don't be mentally unstable. Don't be physically unstable. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning a lot just by looking at them. You know, it's a bunch of them. So don't feel the pressure, man. I seen something yesterday. It's almost it's 300,000 plus to have a kid, to raise a kid fully, like comfortably, like to its highest ability. And I also don't want to put my child or my children, excuse me, in a situation where mom is just doing it or where dad is just doing it. No, mom and dad need to do it. So that makes it even harder because of the way everything is going right now to find that needle in the haystack woman like that. But hey, you gotta put your best foot forward. If you want the best out of yourself and out of your kids and out of the woman in your life, you gotta put your best foot forward as a man as well. So I know that I won't be coming up short in any situation. I won't be just lollygagging and trying to make it and scrape through when I got children and a woman that depends on me. So be mindful of that, man. Be very mindful of that, even when people are pressuring you. Look at other people's situations. A lot of people are suffering being parents. They hate it. You know what I'm saying? They only do it because, damn, this is what I'm stuck with. None of that. A lot of that stuff ain't purposeful. A lot of that stuff, if you ask people, did you have kids on purpose? They're gonna say no. You're gonna say no. If women had a chance to redo it and pick the right man or another man, I wouldn't even say the right man. Another man, they would. Same thing with the fellas. A lot of those things are just one night stands, or relationships they felt they had to be in. They were forced to be in. They didn't have nobody else. You know, they got lonely or things of that nature. Of course, probably nobody goes into it. Oh, I want to be a single mother. Oh, I want to be a single father. But especially in the black community, that's a high chance of that. You know what I'm saying? They so infatuated with the person, they don't think about the consequences of not having a rubber on, hell, or having sex in general. So be mindful of all of that. And it's deep. It's not just surface level, oh, don't have kids. Nah. I gotta make sure I'm good. Am I mentally right to have kids? Am I mentally right and correct to have a woman around me that's bearing my child? And is she mentally right? How would the kids be raised? What environment are these kids being raised in? Look at your environment. Are you broken? Why are people having kids while they are broke? I guess that makes sense. You got all that energy. You ain't been working, you know. You got all that energy. You got all that testosterone, all them hormones going all over the place because you ain't been doing nothing because you damn sure ain't working. Because if you was working or working out or working on a business, you wouldn't have time. You'd be too busy getting your money up and your status up and just your life up. But instead, a lot of people are having kids with no condom because they can't afford it probably while being bums, while being broke. And can't look at the kid. It ain't their fault, it's the parents' fault. Having sex while you're broke is crazy. Having intercourse while you are broke or a bum is wild to me. And that's where a lot of these people are finding themselves at. I can't afford having multiple kids. One kid, okay, I got you. But you saw your situation and you're still in the same situation and you say, you know what? Another kid would be a good idea. Maybe you didn't consciously said that, but that your action said that by not wearing no rubber or having sex in general while you are piss poor broke is insane to me. That is one of them things I can't wrap my head around. So that won't be me. I refuse for that to be me. And I don't want that to be anybody that I know or that is, around me in my circle. That's why I think living with your parents or living with people or not establish yourself, you should be having no intercourse. There should be no sex. So there will be no oops, my bad situation. Oh, dang, she pregnant. What am I going to do? Panic. There will be no panic. If you take sex away, there'll be no panic. Panic gone. Out of there. Yeah, you might be a little aroused, a little horny every now and then. Go work out. Go do some push-ups. Ladies, go work on a business. Fellas, go work on a business. Go do something else besides worry about sex. Because children can come out of that and you're not ready. You're broke. So that just baffles me. Every time I see it, I be like, bruh. And then want help from the community. Man, the community don't give a damn. They worry about themselves. Everybody is suffering. Everybody is failing. Everybody is getting their ass whooped by the economy. But you want to bring more kids into an unestablished, unstable situation? I would. That couldn't be me. And thank God it won't be me. And Man, sympathy and empathy is gone for people like that because you got to be mindful. We're all grown. You know what I'm saying? Especially the man over 30, you have to realize. I was telling my partner this the other day in the gym. He was calling me dinosaur because I'm older than him. You know what I'm saying? But I was letting him know that, hey, bro, I'm outperforming you guys. Like, I'm 33, you guys are 26, 27. Look at your bodies. Look at your mindsets. You guys are distracted. I'm outperforming you guys. At your age, I was still outperforming you guys. Right now, I'm even better. I'm still outperforming you guys. Don't let the age fool you. Prime time. This is prime time. He was like, oh, your prime is when you get your... No, it's not 20s. It's your 30s, your mid-30s to 40s. But they don't know that because they wasting their 20s. And when they get to their 30s, they're going to be bums and broke. And they're going to be, their body's going to be torn up. Going to look like shit because they've been bamboozled as well. So if you want kids and your 30s is where it's at, I will wait till my 30s as well. If you're a younger guy watching this, wait till your 30s. 30, 31, 32, shoot, or even to your 40s. You still can have it if you keep up with yourself. You know what I'm saying? But that's another video for another time. We're going to talk about that later, about being fit over 30, right? So be mindful, fellas. No pressure. I feel no pressure. I walk through confident, conscious of my decisions. You know what I'm saying? The adversary want to get at me, but stiff arm. You feel me? I know what it is out here, man. They want to pressure us, but don't let the pressure get to you, man. From no angle, all right? Not advice, a warning. That's another damn reality for your ass. Love.